close yet, but we're gonna give it a minute before we really get started. Try to keep up with this chat tonight. Everybody come on in. What's up, fam? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna go get my tea. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Y'all come on in. Come on in. right, I'm back. Let's see what we got in his house. What's up, fam? Sorry about that. Had to go get my tea. I feel like I'm in one of them talking moods, you know what I mean? How y'all doing tonight? Let me try to read some of this. What's up, lady Spellbreaker? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Denise, yes. Très Jolie, Benoit. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you, everybody coming in. All right, so we're gonna jump in real quick, right? Can everybody hear me? Make sure everybody get me before I jump in. Turn my music down a little bit. Right. Throw a 13 in there if y'all could hear me. Throw a 13 in there if you can hear me. Because we're gonna go in a little bit tonight. Let me see something real quick. I gotta go through and check my thing, right? So we're gonna go in tonight. Yep, that's what's up. Okay, so we're gonna go in tonight talking about the birth of the cosmic masculine, right? And the cosmic feminine is being born too, right? But the masculine within that feminine is being born. And the feminine within the masculine is being born. Such an epic time right now to be here, to be actually anchoring in this energy and being the curse breaker, right? Being a generational curse breaker that you are. Like, do you realize how profound that is? Like, you are actually the generational curse breaker. That means that not only did you come here to break these old genetic codes, right? And not only did you come here to be the difference that you wanted to see, not only did you come here to carry the curses up on your back, like that old wooden cross, and you bore it all. You bared it all on your shoulders, on your back. You did it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Because when you came in and you broke these curses, what you did was you allowed your ancestral line to now go free. You broke the generational curse that allowed your ancestral lineage to be reincarnated over and over again. You stood in strength. You stood in your significance. You chose to be collected and brought into this gathering of souls to be elevated to the higher echelons of this cosmos. You. It's so epic right now. I think it's lost on a lot of people how epic this really truly is, what you have done. The lineage of the vine. See, the true vine. See, the one who exhibited the Christ that walked around, right? And there were many, but just feel me for a second. The one that carried that energy and that strength. Realize that the whole time he was speaking about you, when he said greater things shall you do, you are now doing the greater things. Little did you know. Little did you know. And you thought when you were saying no to that drink, you thought you were doing it just for you. When you said no more in my life, to the abuse, to the neglect, to the disloyalty. When you said no more, you broke a curse off of your whole generational line. Epic. You are epic. Do y'all get what I'm saying? You're epic. Epic also goes to epics and novels, right? Books, stories. Your story that's being written right now is one that has never been written before, because you're doing something that many generations in front of you tried to do, or didn't try to do, but they were anchoring it in. But there were many that wanted to be where you are. That's the way I should say that. Those of us who awoke back then and said, oh, I want to be in that age. I want to be in that age of transition. I want to be in that age of transfiguration. I want to be in the age. Be with the souls, with the ones that are ready to transfigure the human body. There were many that wanted to be where you at. Do not kid yourself. Do not kid yourself. You were chosen to be here. And after the other night, you were chosen to even move forward even more, especially if you're hearing this message. This is timeless. Don't have no time on it. Y'all know how it goes anyway. But something so profound happened. I know a lot of people get stuck on dates, right? They get stuck on, oh, the 30th, this is going to happen, and the 31st, that's going to happen. But see, you've been breaking such a profound generational curse that you have broken time. You have broken the very vessel that has encapsulated you and your lineage's souls for eons and eons. You broke it. Share with y'all what I saw on the 29th, right? Because see, like I said, people get in the days, and no man know at the time nor the hour that shifts are going to happen. They want to think they do, but they don't, right? You have to be led of the Spirit. You have to know and feel and groove with it. So 29th, I'm sitting there, I'm meditating, kind of reading, studying, and I'm led outside. And what I saw, I'll never forget. When I looked up in the sky, I saw a vision of a ship. And y'all already know about the moon, so I saw a vision of a ship. And on this ship were souls of men and women that had been captured. And they had been collected. They were the prize of the ship captain. In their eyes, they knew they had lost their game, that their battle was over. And I felt such a brokenness inside, knowing the stakes, knowing what we put up to be here. And to be here now at this point, and to have been victorious. Epic. Epic. You are epic. This birth of the divine masculine Like I told y'all a couple of months ago, this was the year of the divine masculine. Next year, the divine feminine is going to do something that people ain't even ready for. Because now the true vine bears its fruit. And when the true vine bears its fruit, most are not going to be ready for it. If y'all saw on the community page, right, I posted today about how the feminine here in America has been ostracized, beat down, knocked down, and the masculine energy has been used to bring the feminine energy down to her knees. But everything happens for a reason. Because see, when she went down on her knees, she found her strength. She found her courage. She found her might. And no, it didn't look pretty all the time, right? Because this ain't no Hollywood make-believe tale. This was real life. This was your life. And you overcame that. Shout out to all my feminines who've walked this walk or feeling less than just because of what somebody said. And you had to overcome all these doubts, all these fears. But you were triumphant. And when you stood in your integrity, when you stood in your true vinity, vinyo, your vine, your wine, your essence, when you stood in that, little did you know you brought a whole collective of masculines along with you. This is ancestrally too. We have so many strong feminines that have crossed our paths mentally, consciously. We've been lied to so much about what the feminine energy is and was. But everything you were told was reverse. A little bit of truth here, sprinkled in with a little bit of truth. Tastes real good. See, that's the way they meter your consciousness to you. As above, so below. So below, that means that if that's what you have to eat consciously, if that's the diet that you are allowed to eat consciously, because you're on a papal timeline, on a paper timeline, a false timeline that's ascending you into a metaverse, into a different frequency than the uniting verse that's lifting you up into the cosmological verse. See, their logos is on every level. See, there's nothing greater than you outside of you because you are part of everything outside of you. Therefore, I am that I am. I was what I was, and I will be what I will be because everything is in me. Can you see? Bars? But the moment, and I mean the moment, when you look in the mirror and you know that you have crossed the River Jordan, when you know that you've crossed the Red Sea, the moment you know that you have accomplished this, there's no going back, and nor do you want to. What does that mean? What does that mean? I hear you. What does that mean, D? What does that mean? The children of Isis, Ra, and El is a code word for the ones who have taken their genetics and they've kept them pure. Hello, Noah. His generations were perfect, right? He wasn't an upright and perfect man. No. His generations were perfect. His DNA, his genealogy was perfect. You, as Noah did, You have taken your genetics that you were given, coded by the word ISIS. You have taken the radiation that has come from the center of this cosmos. You have taken the radiation, which goes to aviation, which talks about flight. Come on, come on. Which talks about height. Come on. Which talks about the most highest vibrations, because radiation brings in the most highest vibrations, changing you from the uttermost inward parts to the outward. That gamma radiation coming in, changing you, transforming you. Congratulations. You have been cleansed and washed in the blood. You have been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Why? Why? Because you're sitting here now listening. You're hearing. Because you're here in this corporal being. You have blood in your body. See, your blood was the blood of the Lamb. You were the sacrifice that was laid on the altar. You were the one that had to endure eon after eon after eon after eon. You were the sacrificial lamb. You were the Je suis, I am. See, when you understand who you are, you stand outwardly against all, just by nature. You don't have to say a word. So people look at you different, chosen ones. It's cool. Because see, we just went through a whole nother activation. That vision I had, to finish it real quick. These souls were in the ship. And they were speaking out. And as they were speaking out, there was no help for them, because they knew their game was over. And I could see them. And they could see me. See, I was told a while ago to stop using my mediumship, because I was going through a cleansing. But that still don't mean that I can't see what I see, right? It is what it is. Y'all hold on a minute while I move this. It's bothering me. If y'all hear something in the background, it's just my kids. They watching movies. I told them to go do this because I needed to speak. I needed to talk, right? So they in there watching their movies. But, so the ship came by. And after a while, I ended up seeing multiple ships. The harvest was happening. And I was shown how it wasn't about separation. It was about preparation. It wasn't about seeing loss. It was about seeing gain. I saw how what they had, the gifts that they had inside of them, how they didn't use them, and how they were falling to the earth. And these were the riches that were stored up in the heaven for the righteous, for the ones. Oh, man. And they were received in abundance. So the gifts that you have, expect them to start getting multiplied. See, your ancestors, you released your ancestors through your work, through your shadow work. You thought you was just doing this and you were connected with your ancestors. Nah, you was doing something so profound. You were bringing in inheritance, soul inheritance. See, it has to happen inside first before out. It has to happen inside first before you can see the effects of it outwardly. So now you've been given your soul back. Now you can anchor in your truth. Like my divine masculines, we're about to go through such a profound change because see, you're different now. You're not what you were. And if you went through this change, you know what I'm saying, because your original blueprint has came back online. You don't feel the same way anymore because the pole switch is happening. See, the pole switch is this: inward first, and then outward, right? Let's before we go here, look. As above, so below. This is how it starts. It starts above and it comes low. When it comes low to you, in other words, you then go inside with it. And when you go inside with it, then it becomes your outside. So as above, so below. As it is within you, so will it be outside of you. So this is coming inside of you first. This is why union must take place inside first before it can take place outside. It comes from above. So they were all headed toward the arc of the moon. And I couldn't help but feel broken, man. As I knew this was the final chapter. That gate, they harvested all that belonged to them. Right? The harvest is ripe, but the labors are few. See, we're in that time that the harvest is ripe, but the labors are few. You live in the Garden of Eden, That's why you got to stop eating fast to transcend some things. Because these kind go out not but by fasting and prayer. Or I should say meditation, because that's actually what that word meant. Not prayer, but meditation. This is why sometimes you got to be celibate to become your own celebrity so that you can be one of the celestials. Bars. Because you can't be a celestial if you can't even be celibate. I felt that. Listen to me again. You can't be one of the celestials and anchor in the celestials if you can't even be celibate. So you want to be celebrated, right? Divine masculines, now is the time here that we're in our 22, angel number 22. We've been getting that, right? We've been getting 29s. We've that equal up, all these numbers that equal up to 11, 38s, 16s, 24s, 34s. And some of y'all been getting that 304. But now, guess what? You're in that polar switch, yo. And I ain't forgot about the vision, y'all. I'm still in it. But just follow me for a minute. Because this is important for my divine masculines to understand. We are in the pole switch, which means the switch from feminine to masculine energy, from electric to magnetism. You are becoming magnetic now. She is becoming electric. Because we're going back to original blueprint energy to receive back. What does that mean? The year starts in Aries. Aries, actually, to your ancestors, was Eris. It's a feminine sign. Aries is Eris, feminine. This is why the feminine is coming back into power, because she's coming back into her Mars energy, her true essence from which it came. The masculine is going to the blue, the magnetic energy. This is the pole switch. This is the real pole switch. And when this happens inwardly, it's going to happen outwardly. Because chosen ones, this is what you came for. You want to see the destruction of this matrix. You want to see the whole thing come down as fast as it can. You are the change you want to see. How long I've been saying that to y'all? You are the change you want to see. You want to see the change, right? You're getting your power to anchor this in. Now you on your mission. Now you about to put on your thuns and your cape. For super women and supermen. See, this is what you came for. You are the scalar wave. See, we're going from the industrial age to the quantum age. I told you they got everybody looking up, right? Looking up instead of looking out. They're exploring space. If I need space, I don't go up. If I'm sitting on the couch with people and I need more space, I'm going to raise my elbows up. I'm going to spread my legs. I'm going to get more space. That means I go out, not up. See, now we're off the reincarnation wheel. We're off the potter's wheel. We're from up under the zodiological gods. We're from up under the mental parasites that lived off of you. Do you understand how significant this is? You're no longer blocked from your fourth dimensional self. Because I told you we live in the fourth dimension, not the third dimension. You live in your mind. You don't live in the third dimension. This physical body exists in the third dimension. You are in the fourth dimension. This is why you're able to think and have conversations with yourself. Your higher self. Who do you think you're talking to? See, there's a scripture that says that God counsels with himself. God counsels with himself, right? The generator, operator, and destroyer counsels with themselves. The Most High, to be exact about it, counsels with him or her self. Who do you think you're talking to? When you go into your dark room with no light and you sit in there and you get rid of all the random thoughts, they just keep coming through and you're done with them now. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm centering in on self. Have a deep conversation with you. See, that's the narrow path. That's the heart's path. And I had to say this for my divine masculines, because as those soul ships were passing me, they had been collected. And I was shown how there was just a lot of empty shells. And that there's going to be just massive people passing out, waves of it. From the frequencies that were coming. From the vibrations that were coming. And how the ones who think they are in control, they were putting out false reports and stuff. Basically, had conspiracy theorists they had paid to basically say, oh, such and such did this, or this group did that. And it wasn't. It was the actual change, the shift. This is what now we got to be preparing for, right? But as these ships, they went into the ark, I saw this big, huge feather, like the Egyptian feather, right? And this cloud turned into this eagle. And when this cloud turned into this eagle, it started leading all of the chosen ones. This violet light flame came down, and it was like checking the hearts of men and women. And it was dividing. The ones who had did the work, they were the few. So this eagle was like bringing this violet flame, and the crowns of the few were being activated, and we were holding a radiated frequency that activated the whole genetic structure within you. And I saw 2 more cycles happen, and that was it. There were no more souls that came in, only exited. And AI was the end game that cycled the remaining souls through. So it's copying and pasting us, doing its job. As the salt of the earth is leaving. See, you understand this was the Garden of Eden. Your energy was being ate. See, if you're the salt of the earth, and then you have lost your flavor, you're no longer good to be eaten. It's to be thrown out. You're about to be thrown out the garden. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're the salt of the earth and you gave the earth flavor, if you were the salt of the earth and you gave the earth flavor, and now you've lost your flavor because you've ascended. You no longer vibrate in the lower frequencies. You've lost your flavor. You've lost your taste for the lower mundane things. You've lost your exuberance to be that bad bitch, to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? To be that dude. You've lost it. You don't want to be that person no more. And you've achieved greatness by bringing your vibrations to the upper echelon of creativity. Amazing. So, like I said, y'all, when this ship was bringing these people to, when this ship was bringing the people to the moon arc, and the eagle was bringing this violet purple flame, it made me think of Prince and, you know, Purple Rain, and how everybody was getting these crowns. And I said, everything means something, man. Nothing is by accident. Oh my gosh. And the words just kept vibrating. Only wanna see you laughing in the purple rain, right? Not R-A-I-N, R-E-I-G-N, the purple rain. The rain of the ones who have activated crown chakras. The round, right? It is the energy that goes around, that comes back to you, that's bringing you into this significance around the circle. The ring, the king, the queen that wears the crown. See, this is the journey we've been on, y'all. This is the journey that we asked for. And now we got it. So now we anchor us in, right? Pick up my papers real quick. So I just dropped those. But we anchored it in. So to finish this, what I ended up seeing was that everyone that received this violet flame, they had to be able to integrate it. So there's still some of us that are still integrating this energy. And we're still becoming the best version of ourselves. And that's okay. It's okay. Because this was placed in you for integration. So here's why I say that. Expect the chaos to come. Because chaos is going to start happening within you as you are being transformed. As you are letting so many things go. As you are becoming so untouched by the daily circumstances and even funny. You have the peace that passes all understanding. Because that's what you came here to do. And now it's about purpose. It's about purpose. Some of us are here to shed light on ancestral knowledge. Some of us are here to lead into the future. Some of us are here to bear and teach the next generation, the children that are coming. We all fit in the body and got our own purpose and our plan. Now it's time for us to follow it with mission. And you're going to be led. You ain't going to have to wonder. You're not going to wander in the wilderness for 40 years with it. No. You're going to walk right into it because it's your destiny. You're coded for it. You're genetically structured for it. That's why your life was what it was. Simply you being you and being the best you can be. Simply growing where you are planted. Growing where you are planted. That gives you the most strength you could ever wish and hope for. See, we don't run from our circumstances that surround us. We acknowledge them. And then we integrate them to understand it so we can overstand it. That's the power. See, we're redreaming the dream. We are redreaming the dream. So a lot of y'all dreams are coming back. Thank you, Most High. A lot of y'all dreams is coming back. Dreams that y'all thought was done. Dreams y'all thought was done. Dreams y'all thought was done. You know what? I wasn't even going to do this, but I'm going to do it because I feel this. The dreams that you thought were done, they're not done. See, you're about to go through a reset, chosen ones. You're about to go through a reset. That crown is about to open some doors for you that you thought were closed. Things you thought that you had lost, they coming back to you. Moments that took away soul energy from you, you gonna get back. I can see it so clear right now, family. I can see it. I keep hearing things you lost in the fire. What you lost in the fire. It's a movie. You got to see it. What we lost in the fire. The things you lost in the fire are being restored to you. You thought they were gone. They're being restored to you. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And I have felt that so hard. But when I saw these, that happen, you ones who are here, you are the pole shift. You are the reason that the pole shift comes in. You are the one that call it in. You are the ones that call the pole shift in. Do you hear me? With that crown chakra energy that you have activated. And if you not here, you can't call it in. So feel what I'm saying. You're the salt of the earth, right? And once you lose your flavor, it's to be thrown out. It's your time to leave the garden. It's your time to now go. So profound. This is deep, man. This is like, y'all don't understand how profound this is. Because you've graduated. You've done it. The ancestral energy you needed to meet your predecessors. Let me say that again. You have ancestors, you have predecessors. See, predecessors come before you, right? They're leading the way into your next incarnation because they're no longer stuck here. So the ancestors become predecessors again. The cycle continues. You spiral out now through the open gates of energetic distortion. These gates of energetic distortion, these gates that are locked by energetic distortion have now been moved. Because the satellite that sits up there, it has lost its currency, it has lost its power. I think it's a joke. That movie Moonfall, go watch it. The satellite. And I told you already, see, this is the thing that kills me. Or not kills me. Oh, didn't mean to say that. Don't kill me. I rebuke that. No. But the thing that surprises me, I should say, is that people on one hand can say that the moon is a mirror and that it reflects the light that is given to it. But that when it's full, it's not reflecting what our earth looks like. It's a mirror. It's an illusion. That's the world map that you see when you look up there. That's where you live. It's a mirror. It's black mirror technology. The very thing that we're on phones looking at, the black mirror. Really think about the technology that you hold in your hand. I mean, really, truly think about it. Think about a megapixel television. A billion little squares all showing the same image. They're just broken down into a billion little cubes. Just like a matrix. Just like where we live. Which is what we're ascending out of. The moon is black mirror technology. It's called the Black Knight satellite. It ain't out there, it's in here. The Black Knight satellite. Go look it up. It's a Black Knight satellite. It's time for us to wake up, y'all. It's time for us to wake up and see with our real eye. Because when your eye be single, then you'll be able to see. When your eye be single, then you'll be able to see. That means when you are actually seeing everything through the first eye, then you'll be able to see your way. But it's just reflecting to you where you live. And it's showing you the negative. It's showing you the negative. That's why it's gray, black and white. The color gray is known to depress, press. That's why they fight you with colors. That's what really truly affects your mental field. Colors. Because you live in a holographic reality and you've been in this time loop for eons. You've been cycling over and over and over again. And now you've woken up to this reality. And you're going to continue to wake up. And you're going to continue to rise more and more. See, they use colors against you. That's why they told you about colors. No. The only thing that's different about us is our ethnicities. Our ethnicities, which goes to the ether or the ether, right? The etheric realms. So your ethnicity means something because it shows what etheric realm you came from. 9 ether beings, 8 ether beings, y'all get what I'm saying, right? So it's not about race because see, they're in a race with you. They're in a race with you. They've been in a race with you to beat you to this point, to beat you to the finish line, to beat you to the point where you would be able to anchor in every single ancestral lineage that you've ever been born into across multi-dimensional lines, to be a cosmic badass. To kill off all the other versions of yourself and become this one. See, this is the 0 point of the matrix. That's where you're at right now. In this whole construction, you're in the 0 point right now. Stuck in a time loop that's been cycling over and over again. Because you, yes, rat race, because you have been elevating your soul. Remember, I told you, you live in a matrix, that's a dual matrix. It was called a duat for a reason. It's a mirrored matrix. So when you ascend out of one side, you think you're done. But then it's mirrored back to you. And you make the choice or the decision to come back. So therefore, it keeps cycling you. And using your straw man that they create every time you're born. Every time you're born, they create a straw man out of your placenta, out of all of the stem cells. They create a straw man. And they literally drink from that man. But it's pulling from your energy because that's your twin. Why you think you got to happen inside first? See, when I remote view, I get to see this. I just want to share this with y'all. Y'all been striking some blows against them. You know why? Because all their little straw men been dying off. That's why America going broke. X marks the spot, baby. Told you we was going to wake up. And we were going to be here. And we are. We did it, man. I'm telling you, I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what it looked like. See, when y'all wake up here, when you wake up here, your clone dies there. That straw man dies there. That's why their dollar is losing so much money. That's why it's losing so much value. That's why they need a reset. That's the truth of it. Because y'all been waking up. That's why they don't want y'all. They like, don't I waken, not a waken, not a waken. You don't want to be awake. That's just a wave. You just get up like, hey, I'm here, hey, and then you go back to sleep. No, that's awake, right? No, you're I wake. You're I awakening. I awakening. I awakening. And they thought the ancestors didn't know how to talk. When they say I's coming, I's here. Now they took a language and they learned the metaphors of that language. And then they spoke it the way that their language metaphorically came about. So eyes here, eyes present. And they say it's ebonics. Y'all listen, man, I'm telling you. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And those who live by it will eat the fruit thereof. So, this pole shift that we're going through, masculines are becoming the feminine. See, this is the distortion they used. This is the distortion they used by putting chemicals in the water, by programming our young men and young women. They did so much diabolical stuff just to get to try to head you off at this point, the race they're in, to beat you to this point. Because we're about to have a massive conscious pole shift. See, masculines were vibrating with Mars, right? Aries, right? That's what they tell you, right? See, we were confused. This is why men have flipped. Because men were programmed to align with Mars energy. And women were programmed to align with Venus energy. And in the old Eonic age, that's the way it was. But see, we've already had 2 minor pole shifts that was trying to correct this. This is now the 3rd one that's coming. And now the Phoenix rises. The high ram, the heiress, the inheritor of this place. She's like, yep, nope, time for cleansing. My baby's calling me. My baby's calling me. They crying. They crying. They crying. And she heard it, she's coming. And that's what they want. I think I'm playing sound healing. See what I mean? Sound healing. She heard you. 29:11. You see that? Sound healing. Right there. She heard the cry. She said, I'm coming. Darted here. Y'all, you gotta realize these myths really, they really hide truths. So she calls out to her daughter in the underworld. Been kidnapped, taken to the underworld. Persephone. Right? Can't get out. Right now. Right now. Oh my God, you can't make this up. What's the day, the 16th? I got my 16th card right here. Life Force. You can't make this up, y'all. Look at this. Do you see that? Life Force. Can't make this up. She heard you. You're getting your life force back. Remember I told y'all there was an emanation that happened about 2-3 weeks ago. And I didn't know what it was, but I felt it. And a lot of people are talking about it. That energy that went forth, yeah. That was the cosmic vibration sent from the vine of the feminine energy. Because we are attached all the way up through the ethers into the different heavens. See, a lot of people like to say the gods are returning. Listen, you are the God that's returning. I promise you. Get out of the illusion. You are the God that's returning because of your blood, because of your lineage, because of your DNA, because of the work you did. You are the demigod. Do you understand? You are the unison. You are the unicide. You are the unison. You are the living word. You are the living crystal, the living Christ. You are the one that anchors the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. You are the one that holds both frequencies in this body. You are the culmination of this whole universe. Come on. The temple you got, the body you got, is the culmination of this whole universe. See, these temples, these bodies, let me share with you what humanity was created for. Humanity was created to be the guardians of this whole galaxy. You have inside of you the template of every physical 3D being in this whole universe. This is why they say you're made of stars. You're made of consciousness. You have this in you. The codes have just been turned off. That's it. And now you here to turn them back on. This is who you are, man. This is, see, you got, now that you remembered that you were special, that you were something different, that you came here for a purpose. See, now that you remembered yourself and you've gotten yourself off the record player of time, you've gotten yourself off of the potter's wheel who was forming you into his own creation. See, I'm even here right now. Listen, because some people still don't understand that this is the Garden of Eden, that your ass gonna get ate up. If you're not working on self, if you're not working on your soul, S-O-L, not S-O-U-L, S-O-L, if you are not working on your light within, then your energy is being consumed. It's a soul game. Not playing. You get out of this body, you're going to realize one thing. Deaky wasn't playing. Why you think those people who took you know, you saw, y'all know y'all seen them videos? They just be spinning around, looking around, and then passing out, don't they? What you think they see? We live in multi-dimensionality, y'all. There are realms beside you that you don't see because you don't have eyes to see or ears to hear. Because this is a journey. Some people's demonstrations don't come out unless you fast and pray. These kind come not out but by fasting and prayer, right? And like I said, I shouldn't say prayer, I should say meditations. Caught me again. So, life force coming back, sound healing, music, vibrations, it's all coming in. It's all coming in. But this cosmic radiation, go back to the children of Isis, Ra, and El, what that really truly means. Since a lot of people want to run around screaming about Israel, I'm Israel. Like, you are not Israel. You're not. Not even close. Don't even know what the term means. So when you go deep into this, you have to be able to hold the radiation. Because when your genes become radiated, they become alive. The genes you wear, just like the 3D genes you put on your bottom, these genes brings about the new temple. See, you get, see, it's amazing. When you get this transformation, what did it say you get? New garments, right? New garments. The new body. So you got to be able to hold this radiation that's coming, and it's been coming. Because this is the frequency of change. This is the frequency of that life force, aka Kundalini energy, rising within you, bringing you into your cosmic union. So you were never meant to be in a 3D union. I'm telling you, it was meant to cleanse you and purify you. I said that backwards. Let me rephrase that. You were meant to be in 3D unions. I'm sorry. But these 3D unions were not meant to last forever. They were meant to purify you. They were meant to cleanse you. It burns. It brings about a fire. And now that you went through your twin flame, you're burning out, your purification process. Now you go to your cosmic. See, now you burn brighter and higher. You don't need the reflection no more. There was one point when you needed the reflection. You needed to see who you were. You were remembering yourself. But now that's no longer the case. Most High, like, put on your big girl panties. Put on your big boy boxers, man. Yeah, look, just popped up. Authenticity. Take the mask off. Stop pretending. That's what I hear the Most High saying. Stop pretending to be that version of yourself and go be it now. Go be it now. Because it's just pretending. That's what keeps the old timeline linked into you. That's what keeps you linked into it. Pretending, acting. See the old timeline, right? That paper timeline. You were giving your script by the zodiacal wheel. That energy comes through and it was hitting you. And it just ripped your emotions one way or another, harvesting you at every turn. Then you wake up and you start to see the cycles and you start to go, boy, every time this happens, that happens. That's why I learned a long time ago. I know where my energy is aspected through. But I am not a Leo. I am that I am, and I am Source. I am an aspect of Source. I am Creator. I am eternal. I am anything that I can bring my fourth dimensional mind frame into. Because I set the stage. I set the stage for my character and the part I'm going to play on the stage in my mind. And when I play that part on that stage in my mind, as within, so it is without. Create, 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 create. Because your creator is different from your maker. Hello? Remember I told you them what they told you? Told you that the the feminine was the creator. The feminine and the masculine can create and can make. Both. But see, the polarity is changing now. Masculines, you're becoming the creators. Feminines, you're becoming the makers. The power is already shifting because the feminine is coming back into her true Mars energy, your original blueprinted energy. And as you come from up under that and go into the natural timeline and you anchor all of you back in, you'll realize you're getting your fire back. This is why we've seen this change in society. And they've been trying to keep up with it by throwing different terms and different fake, false flags and everything. But see, X marks the spot. This right here, this spot was chosen This spot, this landmass was chosen. That's why X marks the spot. 2017, eclipse comes from the west to the east. What? 2024 completes the X. And the divine feminine gets that part of her soul back. Like poured out. She gets the Mars energy back. And masculines will get the Venus energy back. This is why there's been such a shift in power. Everything for a reason. See, the masculines, that energy, it was pushing the feminine, like I said before, to her knees so she could see who she was. Because it's her time to take the throne. And when she's released, like I said, y'all better be ready. Chaos ain't no joke. Hell hath no wrath like a woman scorned. So, extreme energy, extreme anger coming up. I've been anchoring this in and I've been trying to do it, man. I've been trying to let it go. But it is an extreme amount of anger. I even had this vision probably about 8 years ago of melanated people getting this outpouring of feminine energy. I didn't know it was feminine energy at that time, but I know now it was feminine. And they just went crazy, like anger, like just crazy. Chomping at the bit, wanting blood, and would not stop. And they were uncontrollable. It's like they had this unhuman strength. And there was nothing nobody could do. And, you know, with me being a ex-professional athlete, I just remember looking around. And there were all these football players and, you know, just look professional athlete looking dudes, just swole up, you know. And these women, it was like they were just get them. It was like the masculine couldn't even control themselves. That the feminine energy, they were done. It's crazy. But this anger that's coming in with it, it's that feminine energy from being held down so long. And we're going to have to anchor it in and show it love. We're going to have to integrate this thing. Because as you go, this realm is going to go now. You are its leaders. It's time y'all know this. Because if you're not, those who lead will continue to lead. They're not going to move out the way. Why do you think the actors in Hollywood went on strike, right? They went on strike, didn't they? Not acting no more. Why? Because all that energy they harvested from y'all, all their blood sacrifices, all that stuff that they did, it was for naught. Because your energy is coming back now. Your energy is coming back now. All your energy they harvested. All your talents, they're coming back now. Show you how deep this is. Basketball, right? My sport I play, basketball, right? Basketball is a game that clearly is about getting the ball into the hoop, right? But there's also something very also significant about basketball. It's the shoes. The shoes, they mean everything, right? Gotta have on some nice shoes. You got some Jordans, you got some Brons, right? All these shoes cost so much money. And people sacrifice so much money. Sacrifice so much money to pay for these shoes. Did you know that when you get these shoes, there's been a blood sacrifice? Ask Jordan. What happened to his dad? There's a blood sacrifice performed over these shoes. Because shoes have what? Souls. Your feet have what? Souls. Just sit with that for a minute. Look at that. And 23 on chat when I said, can't make this up. Can't make this up. This is what they do to harvest your energy. And then they use it and anchor it in, and then they go out there and play like gods. Because they anchor in your energy, because every one of y'all that got on them shoes, they're pulling your energy. They're pulling your talent to them. Think it's a joke. I was there. I've seen it. Pulling your soul energy. Everybody want to make it to the level. I want to play NBA basketball. I want to do this, that. You know how many young men tell me that? Oh man, I want to do what you did. And I'll be like, you don't want to do that. You don't. It's a soul game. Just like this is a soul game. And it's about getting the ball or the soul into the bucket. How many can you get? Remember I showed y'all the pictures of Pac-Man, right? Of the Ark. Eating the soul. The soul of the feminine. Our binary soul that's up there. This is how the feminine's been attacked. Showed y'all also with Maui. Exactly what they did, how they attacked the island, how that was a symbol of the feminine. And they are attacking the feminine. And like I was saying, Hollywood, they striking, painting their roofs blue. Why you think they're painting their roofs blue? We just had a blue moon. Why? Did you know that blue reflects laser beams? I'm going to say that again. Blue repels lasers, specifically directed energies, that kind of weapons. So they painted their roofs blue in solidarity that they were going on strike. See, they went on strike because to strike is to hit. To strike is to hit. They went on strike because they are striking. Striking what? Striking the feminine. They're striking the feminine. And they're using the holy wood or the Hollywood, which is the whole E wood, to strike her. The very place that is so responsible for the degradation of women, for the degradation of our society. They use the silver screen to do it. The moon is what? Called silver, right? Because the moon is a silver screen, as above, so below. And they're showing you images and telling you something else. They went on strike. See, they're all in their covens now. And they're trying to figure out why they juju ain't got no more juju. It don't do what it do. It don't rock and roll like it used to. Hey. See, some of y'all about to get y'all voices back. Some of y'all about to get y'all creative talents back. Some of y'all about to, it's going to be an outpouring. Just prepare. Prepare, y'all. Prepare your mind, body, and soul for this life force energy. This life force energy that's coming back to you. Frequencies. I keep hearing it. Hear the frequencies in your ear. And come into alignment with it. Do you hear me? When you hear that woo in your ear, plug your ears up, put your earphones on, and meditate to your own frequency, to your own vibration. That's your power. You are a capacitor, which means you have the capacity to vibe at the highest vibrations. See, when you hear you, you're going to do what you do. Just listen to your own frequency, your own vibration. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. That was for somebody. I got off a little bit, but this polarity shift, to finish up real quick. The cosmic masculine, you are being born through this polarity shift. And I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, the masculine is being born out of necessity. There's going to be things that pushes him into his masculinity. There's a lot on the fence. They know what they're supposed to do. But the events that are coming, the chaotic events that are coming, are going to push them into their masculinity. Right? But like I said, there's no reason to fear, nothing like that. I don't want nobody fearing. I'm just letting you know that this is going to push the masculine. So as they are doing the attack on the blue, understand what that really means. There's a blue cosmic energy, a blue light that is coming. It is from Eta Carina. It is from Eta Carina. And this light is coming and is bringing the chosen ones to a higher level of consciousness, the cosmic level of consciousness. See, we're talking about omniverses now. We're talking about some of y'all had soul bodies, like solar bodies, before you came here. See, some of y'all gonna start remembering that y'all were just light. Because in this construct, in this loop of time, we're here to cycle out, to get all of our pieces again and cycle out back into our original vibration. That's what we're here for. People wonder, why are we in a holographic structure? Why are we even here then? If it's a holograph, why are we here? To do what you're doing right now. To save your soul. When you came into this construct, in the beginning, you came in with consciousness. You received this soul, and now you get to leave with it. Some are about to transfigure these human vessels. They're doing the work to become homo luminous again. This is all real work. All real work. But it involves the narrow path, going into the heart space, and connecting that with your designed purpose. To see, that's what we got back. And the divine masculines right now, man, y'all are, the shift of all ages for us. Shift of all ages right now. We are bringing in the masculine line of the whole etheric structure. See, you're going to see what a real star seed is now. Because you have the seed in your testicles, which is the testimony. You masculines, y'all about to start anchoring in the real seed. See, masculines go through their time of the month too. You're supposed to be raising this energy You get 3 days every month. So you have a cycle too. So you get out of this construct, I'm telling you. But like I was saying, masculines, you're coming to this point now where it's all about celibacy. Because it's time for you to be celebrated. But you can't be celebrated. You can't hang out with the celestials when they are transforming. This energy from Eta Carina is transforming. It's bringing in a new plasmic structure of your body. The plasmic spheres that surround your body, that surround this place that we live in, is changing that. You can't be wasting that energy and letting it go. Not at this time. If you in union right now, your partner gonna be saying the same thing. This is the biggest transformation that we've been in. And it holds true. It holds true. I promise you, on the other side of this, you're going to look back and be like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's oh my God. Because this cosmic rebirth of the masculine is going to allow for space to be given to the feminine to rise to her throne, to rise to her place, back to her place of honor. This is real, y'all. This is real. The DM is now moving forward into advancement for this purpose. And the chaos brings us to that point where we go, I get it. I get it. Protect your ka and your ba. Don't get murked. Because, you know, some of y'all have a murk, ka, ba. Be careful with that murk. Don't get murked. Y'all know what that is, right? They murking your ka and they murking your ba. K-A. Protect your ka. See, in Egyptian, your ka, the ka is the male phallic, right? Phallus. That's the ka. That's where your life force energy is, in your ka. And in the feminine, it's called a kath. K-A-T. We'll call it cat today. K-A-T, cat. You know, a cat is the only animal not mentioned in the Bible. A kath. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all something before I get out of here. The masculine ka and the feminine kat. This is what the ancient religions were speaking of, or the ancient belief systems were speaking of. See, the Cathars, or the Catholics, the Catholics, right? The Catholics, take that C off and put a K. And you're going to have K-A-T, which is Egyptian for the feminine. So if the masculine ka and the feminine kat go together, why did they separate them? See, the cat goes to the Cathars, which goes to the Catholics, which is why the whole set of beliefs was about the mother and the son, because they were teaching women. See, y'all don't understand. That was the ancient initiation rites for the feminine. They call it Christianity today. That's why it's all about the mother and the son. That's why it has nuns who took vows of celibacy. They brought in the priesthood. It's priestesses, high priestesses. Oh, I'm going to help y'all out tonight. I'm going to help y'all out. That whole structure was built around the feminine yoni, the feminine womb. The vine, the child of the vine, of the true gnosis, of the truth coming through the womb, being the stargate. So yes, you have phallic symbols out there because that belonged to the feminine. So yes, they have phallic symbols out there. See, they don't tell you all this because they need you to believe. But it's time you wake up and know that all this is symbolic. What was is, and it will be again. So in this construct, understand what I'm saying. This energy is going to come back to the feminines. This power. This gnosis of self. She is going to stand in that power again. That was the Cothors, the Cots, right? This is why they always say witches got cats, right? Like I said, it's the only animal not in the Bible on purpose. They removed it. Can't have you drawing conclusions like that. Cathars, Catholics, Cot, for feminine energy, yes. So they took that Egyptian energy, right? They told you they went there. They took that energy of the Cot, of the feminine vagina, and they used it to mentally entwine. They used that feminine energy, the teachings, the gnosis that was ingrained into your genetics. This was the initiation rites of the feminine that were taken away. And they became Sol Invictus. So y'all got to understand, this is deep. This is deep. How deep this deception goes, the distortion, the war against the feminine energy. It hits hard when you really get deep into what is done. But like I said, it was all it's there. It's there as a mirror to show you the power you possess. So I say that to say, this is the power you possess. The feminine, to lift and entwine the hearts of humanity. The power you have could be used negatively, it could be used positively. It took me almost 25 years, 26 years to get rid of the distorted feminine that I was living out of. Because see, distorted masculinity is actually toxic femininity. I'm going to say that again. Toxic masculinity is actually the expression of toxic femininity. Because men live out their feminine toxicity. The mother and the son. Man, it's deep, man. But yeah, we're moving forward. We're moving forward. We're in it. And congratulations, like I said, this is the I awakening. Our I is awakening now. No more awakening. You're not. I hate to even use that word woke because y'all know what it means. But you're I awakening now. I awake. You're speaking life to yourself because now your energy, that energy you've been waiting on, it comes in. It comes in. You've ended the cycle. You've ended the loop. You are the hero. And now you go into union with your higher self. Now you start calling in all of your bodies to exist in this body. You calling in your light body. You're calling in your shadow body. You're calling in your mental body. You're calling in all of your metaphysical bodies to exist in this time and space with you. Because now you finally have room to receive them. You finally got room to receive them. You've done it. So give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. I think that's all I really wanted to share tonight. Let me look through my notes. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and ask me. Oh, yeah, I do need to share something else. Now at this time, trust your path. Trust your path, right? Trust your potential. Trust your lessons. Trust that all of this was for a reason. None of this was by accident. Everything was for a reason. So trusting right now, resting in these facts. Yeah, the test of your mental. The test of your mental through the chaotic things that are coming. But you are the living crystal. You are the living Christ, right? I hate using that word Christ. Y'all know that because it sounds like cry. But you're the living crystals. You're the living word. How about that? You are the living word. So pull your sexual energy back. I got that in the quotations mark, so that must have really meant something. Pull your sexual energy back. Cleansing. Oh, that's what it is. Man, that's what I forgot. Cord cutting, masculines. Cord cutting. The royal lineage is coming in. You are building for the future. You're building the next cycle of souls to come through. You're building that structure for the next cycle of souls to come through is what I'm trying to say. And so cutting cords off of your root chakra, off of your sacral chakra, you're going to have to start taking soft baths and washing, cutting that cord, building for the future, like I said, and pulling your energy back. This is so important. It's key at this time, yo. It's key. So key. When you do this, you're going to start grounding in. That anger going to start coming. But you are redreaming the dream right now. Masculine, you're redreaming the dream. Okay? So it's almost like the reset. And so this involves a sexual energy reset because your plasmic structures are being changed. And who you may be joining yourself to may not be what the cosmic union is going to be. I'm just being honest about it. Because all of the groups have been changed. The people were pulled out of collectives, put into groups, and then from there, we ascended even more. And then we're going to ascend even more based on who can hold this incoming radiation to change the genes. Right? Isis, Ra, and then you become electric. You become elevated. Do you get it? Isis, Ra, El. You become elevated. So, masculines really sink into this because right now, like I said, you may have to go through the test that the feminine went through because you're anchoring in this new feminine energy. You're anchoring this energy in for yourself. So you got to walk a mile in the shoes, right? Same thing for the feminine. That next year they'll be going through what you're going through, and they'll be anchoring it in. But you got to walk a mile in her shoes. So your union, your cosmic union partner, you coming in alignment with her. So if she had issues of loneliness, abandonment, what else was it? Disrespect, boundaries not being respected, all this. You may have to anchor some of that in, masculine. You may have to anchor some of that in because you're coming into this cosmic union, this spiritual union now. And as you come into it, she's anchoring in you, you're anchoring in her. But you got to trust and have the courage, cut them cords. Do the salt baths, man. Do the salt baths, okay? The other thing is, something else. Oh, the royal lineage, talked about that. I think I got it all in, y'all. I think I got it all in. Make some more videos and stuff later, but as for right now, like I said, the rebirth of that cosmic masculine is coming in, and you're going to be something that you never thought you would be. I'm telling you, anchoring in this energy is amazing. I've been living in it. It's like this energy that's coming in, right? It's bringing your intelligence back. You're getting your, like, this is what I receive for the masculines, right? You're getting intelligence back. You're getting your introspection back. You're getting your spiritual gnosis back. That's so important. You're getting your spiritual gnosis back. And you're getting your self-control back. See, when you get your self-control back, now you can live in unity within. You can live in power. See, the feminine that gets you, masculine, the feminines that get you, and for my feminists, the masculine that gets you gets a prize. He gets a prize because you have done the work. You are now soul invictus. You are now the sitting on the throne of your body, right? So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Love y'all. And if anybody got any questions, y'all want to ask them real quick. But I got about 4 or 5 more videos coming up, so we're gonna be probably knocking out some lives this weekend, or at least I'm gonna get them done because there's so much energy came through, so much awareness as to where we're really at and what's going on, and how it's time now for the soul beings to step into that energy. To it's the death to the distorted feminine energy that the masculine have been living in. It's dead now. The masculines no longer want to live in that. They live in the power of love now. They live in the power of being. They, like I said, they're protecting their sexual energy and their intimate waters, right? Gotta protect the seed, the sperma, the thing that spurs on life, right? That's awesome, Judith. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And it was a part. It's funny, but like seriously though, women don't understand how healing that is. Like to actually disconnect his cords from him. Like I mean, I'm not. Hope everybody on this call, on this video over 18, but for you to actually caress his scrotum and his testicles and relieve all of the built up energy, and it's not through ejaculation, is not what I'm referring to, but I'm more of the massage, and then you actually drawing that energy out. He will be so surprised at how clear his mind is, because see, it's not the ejaculation that brings the man the relief of the stress. It's really not. That's a side effect of it. It's the actual vibration. It's the actual vibration. This is why you can meditate and you can breathe and bring certain energies in to relieve yourself also. So that's really cool. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, we got to take care of each other. Got to take care of each other. All right, guys, I love y'all. If that's it, live in harmony and bliss. I will see y'all next time. And hey, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Do you hear me? I already told y'all, we already talked about the second time around, right? Before I jump off of here, we already talked about the second time around with the and all that stuff. Here we go. Here we go. It started back up again. It's everywhere now, right? So, no doing this. Don't do that. Just understand that there are certain things that have been set up for your DNA lineage because they knew you would be here. Remember, this already, what your enemy has already rolled out against you and made plans against you. So now they're about to start their final assault, and you are being prepared for that. We're going to do a vid on that one too, on how you are being prepared for the coming chaos, because it's coming. And it's no sense in being, all new agey about it, and oh, love and light will just manifest this. No, it's he who endures to the end. It's those who endure to the end. And we are walking this path for this reason. So we must know this and actually start transmuting this energy, right? But I love y'all. Live in harmony and bliss, and I'll talk to y'all later.